All right. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I have a very special guest, and that's Kay from Cryptohood, a Nigerian crypto YouTuber, and I'm very happy to have him here today. And today, we're just going to be looking at the general markets, and we're going to, take your comments, discuss some other gems that you guys are looking at, as well as some projects that we find very interesting. And I'm glad to have you here, Crypto Hood. How have you been?
I'm good, SSM Crypto. Thanks for having me on your channel. I used to watch your channel constantly. You have very, very good content, and I'm very glad to be here. And how are you doing today?
Thank. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. So, guys, today, the topic of discussion today is AI crypto. Are we just experiencing another phase? Is this going to be, the next meme space in the crypto space, or is there real utility behind AI? So I have a lot of thoughts to share with you about this. I've been thinking about it for quite a while, and what really ticked me off yesterday was I saw a project called AI Doge Inu, and I was like, oh, it's like we are about to enter, some kind of crazy meme phase again. So, what do I what do I think about AI? How do I think the space is going to evolve with AI? And how do I see the crypto space evolving alongside it? Let me just start off by saying, when we think about it in 2021, when Facebook rebranded to Meta, there was this crazy hysteria. Suddenly, everybody was creating a metaverse project. Everyone was like, "Oh, Meta Shiba Inu, Meta this, Meta that," and this was really sad to see because all of a sudden the real world utility of crypto, the application of Web3, it all became just a silly joke. People started looking at any project with Meta before it as something irrelevant. And I think we're seeing the same thing now with AI. All of a sudden, we are seeing people slapping on the title of AI into onto every project. So are we going to see the same thing again? Well, my thoughts on that is, first of all, we have to look at the fundamentals, because the sad thing, the reality about it is, whenever there's hype, whenever there's a lot of hype around a project, you see the wrong crowd entering the space. And people who enter because of hype, they need hype to stay in. You need to maintain that hype to become relevant. And hypes are just not sustainable. So I think right now we might need some kind of filtering in the space, because the reason why I'm in the project, the reason why I'm in the crypto space is because of what the blockchain does, is because of what crypto can actually do. So if people are entering because of hype, you just need to ask the question, why are you entering AI? Why do you believe AI, you're buying this AI project? Are you buying this because it's exciting and it's what everybody's talking about? Or are you buying this because you can actually see what crypto can do using AI, and you can actually see the fundamentals of the project that you are buying? So I think that's the question we need to ask ourselves. What are the projects you are investing in, and why are you investing in it? Is the team solid? Do they have fundamentals? Have they been existing for a long time, or are they just going to, hop onto it and just be like, oh, we do some kind of machine learning? I was talking to Archie and Seth and some of the crypto gem hunters yesterday, and they were like, machine learning isn't really AI. And they were right. They were making a lot of sense, and they were telling us that it doesn't have to, be any simple form of machine learning and then we turn it to AI. So personally, I think right now we have the wrong crowd in the crypto space. I think we might need to filter it out a bit. I think that AI is not a phase, it's not just a bubble, because I'm in this space because of the fundamentals. If you're jumping into the AI space because of the hype, then I think you're in it for the wrong reason. And that hype is definitely going to die down. And we might begin to see AI crypto projects retracing a bit. I've been going on for quite a while now. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I
Cryptohood.
think you're right, and as yeah, I think you're right, and as you can see, some of the crypto AI project has been dumping recently, and basically, I think most of the new crypto AI project are just there to grab money and just there because of the hype. So if you want to invest in the AI project, I think most of the old projects are actually the good project. But I would not actually say so also because
Hello?
so I was like learning and what is this? But I found that like in the next 3-4 days, those token actually did very, very well. So but if you are there just to make money, I think you can make money from those projects. But the truth is these projects will not stand the test of time. Like within maybe 5 to 6 months, most of these projects will not exist again. So I will be careful investing in new crypto AI projects in general. And I think most of the AI projects now are actually very expensive, but in crypto, you don't know how far things could go. So generally, I would just be careful investing in most projects right now.
Yeah, that's a very, very valid point from Cryptohood, and I really appreciate you for saying that. Yeah, guys, you need to be careful about projects that are just popping up now. You can't just invest into AI Shiba Inu Doge because it has AI in it and everybody's talking about AI. Yes, I'm bullish on this narrative. I'm bullish on AI, and I know there's going to be a lot of interest and a lot of potential coming up. And following that potential is going coming a lot of hype. Guys, we're going to see a lot of scam projects popping up. So you need to be careful. Don't fall for any of these lies. Don't fall for people that are promising you, oh, yeah, we are doing AI. Look instead at the projects that have been building, irrespective of what the market has been doing for the past few weeks. That's when you know that, okay, this project is here to stay, because you don't want to be investing in a project that is just trying to, catch on to the narrative. These projects are the ones that are tested and trusted, and we share them with you all the time. I checked out Crypto Hood's channel. He has been talking about AI for months, weeks before all of this news came out. That's how you find legit projects. You have to pay attention to the people who have been, building on these narratives, irrespective of it. And I'm going to go through, if you guys want me to go through some of the AI projects or any other projects are interested in, just comment and I will let you know. But I'm going to go through, how I find these 90s, how I found out this 90s, because you have to be able to understand that you are in these projects because of the potential it has and because of how the crypto space makes it perfect. So personally, I don't think AI is just a bubble. I think it's very useful because there are several reasons why you wouldn't want AI to be in centralized entities. Take, for example, ChatGPT. ChatGPT has proven itself to be very extremely biased in the past few days. It has political leanings, it's racist, it's just ridiculous how much ChatGPT is taking one side. So why do we want it to be on the blockchain? Well, because that's going to be decentralized. AI works with a lot of user information. AI works with a lot of code. We don't want this code to be written down by people who have obvious bias, who have obvious political leanings, who have obvious agendas to push forward. We want this kind of information to be decentralized. And then you now begin to look at projects that do that. Look at Ocean Protocol, look at Viot, look at Fetch.ai, look at Singularity Next. Those are the projects you're supposed to be looking at. Projects that have been building, projects that are not relying on hype to pump, not just AI Shiba Inu that is just pumping right now. I mean, you can't. I was really mad yesterday, Cryptohood. If you saw how frustrated I was, I'm like, that's it. They've turned this space into a meme. Nobody can take us seriously anymore. The same thing with NFTs. I mean, my sister who doesn't know anything about crypto, when I asked her what are NFTs, she said, "Oh, aren't NFTs those monkey pics?" And I was like, "No, you see." So it's quite sad, really. I'm seeing a lot of advertisers. This on AI projects, better AI project, and I'm like, no, no, no. This is not what AI is about, and this is not what crypto stands for. So I'm going to
So
share some AI projects. There's one that I'm really bullish on, and I'm so glad my good friend and my bro in this space, Crypto Sets, commented is, and that's Dimitra. a project that has been building in this space, and I'm going to bring it up right now. I'm going to bring it up right now, and I'll be happy to, check some of the projects that you two are bullish on cryptohood. We'll get to that in a bit. So, Dimitra is one of the better AI
All
projects
right.
out there, and right now is a very good opportunity to get in. It's sitting at I don't even know if this is correct, but guys, look, this is a project that's been building for a long time, and according to CoinMarketCap, it's still less
700.
than
Well,
$1 million market cap. I think the data on CoinMarketCap is wrong. I think I always hear that CoinGecko is better, but the fundamentals of Dimitra, they are simple, they are straightforward, they are plain. Dimitra uses artificial intelligence to help farmers. Is a data-driven platform to help farmers to be able to increase their productivity, to be able to get better use while being using the data in a decentralized and secure manner. That's the thing about crypto and the blockchain that makes AI, that would make it relevant to AI no matter what time we are in, no matter even after this phase dies out. The reason why I believe AI would be relevant in the crypto space at all times is it mainly has to do with the fact that AI deals with a lot of data. And I would rather have complete control of my own data, of my own information, than to hand over that information to mega corporations like Microsoft or Facebook or Google for them to do as they please with it and then sell it off. So, what are your thoughts on this crypto hood, and what projects do you believe we should be looking into on the AI space?
Well, like for me, most of the AI project I talked about before has pumped a lot. So I'm not sure I will be buying at this current price if I don't have before. But the new project I just saw is Atlas Navi. If you've seen about that, have you seen Atlas Navi?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very interesting. The I checked the concept out, and I think they use AI. Is a drive to earn program. Let me bring
yeah,
that up real quick. Yeah, so it's really interesting what they are doing with Atlas Navi, because
yeah,
I
and
enjoy the fact that, come in. Let me see, Atlas Navi. Okay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think it's a drive to earn crypto projects where
yeah,
instead of using Google Maps, you use them and
it's
you
Atlas
get
Navi.
rewarded for
And
it.
what I actually liked about this Atlas Navi is they actually got a grant from European Union to build this project, and also they partner with Waymo. And if you know Waymo, Waymo was formerly Google's self-drive car project. So and Atlas Navi's market cap is still lower than I think 4 million. So I'm very bullish on that project, and I think they will do well in the coming years. But
Yeah,
the only issue
go on,
the
go on, go
only
on.
issue I have with the project is they are not focusing on marketing. So if you try to tell them, oh, they should go on marketing, they will say, oh, this is not a pump and dump project. We are here for the long run. So they're not promoting the project, but they're building, and I like the project. I use that navigation app to drive now, and it's working perfectly. So I think
Okay.
for that kind of project to have a market cap of just 4 million is actually very cheap. So
Yeah,
I'm actually invested in the project. So that's the only AI project I see now that has not pumped a lot.
yeah, that is certainly interesting, and I get what you mean. There's this challenge of thinking, saying you need it's all well and good, it's all fine to have a strong utility, to have good fundamentals, but it's also important. I think every project should have good amount of marketing, because
Yeah,
when you are in
definitely.
a space as competitive as crypto, you have two projects. All that's left is just picking one over the other.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you really need a good team and good marketing. It's not always easy for a project to just grow based on community marketing and
yeah, I'm
the
building. Yeah,
community
yeah,
pushing it forward. And I think that's what a lot of meme projects take advantage of. They use hype
yeah.
to push
More
theirs
marketing.
ahead
Yeah,
of many other projects, and they offer no utility. But yet you see them, they might even be having a higher market cap than
than
Atlas Navi. So yeah, I think these are great projects that you should be looking at. Dimitra, Atlas Navi, and there's one that I found recently and I think is very interesting. I like their approach to AI and how they use it, and that's artificial liquid intelligence.
Intelligent.
That yeah is a very interesting project because they combine several narratives. They combine. Come, let me bring that up.
Um, NFT, that's intelligent NFT, metaverse,
Yes, and intelligence NFT. Yeah,
and they
as
have a
humans,
metaverse.
we would like to interact with other humans instead of just communicating with ones and zeros. So, Atlas Navi, sorry, I said Atlas Navi. Artificial liquid intelligence takes this takes a deeper level of realism. It allows people to communicate with an avatar instead of just a chat prompt. So they use this thing called character GPT instead of chat GPT. So instead of
Yeah,
talking to a chatbot, you are talking to a character. You design the character yourself, you give it his voice, you give it his temperament. So that level of realism is is very interesting to see. And I like seeing NFTs and the metaverse being used that way. So yeah, I think artificial level intelligence is a good project to look into. They've been here for a very long time now, and they have a very interesting market cap. It's a mid cap gem, in my opinion, over 200 million. So I'm
yeah,
thinking, crypto being crypto, a lot of degens in the space. Many people would like to have that NFT metaverse title slapped onto it in addition to AI. So it's combining a lot of different things that people like to see in the crypto space. Now, let me see if I can bring up the website. I'm not as good at as this has said, so you guys would have to bear with me. Okay, I think it's up now. So yeah, character GPT makes text to character a reality. So having talking to someone, seeing the person you're talking to, an NFT character, an avatar that you designed, I think that's a very innovative and unique use of AI. I mean, look at these characters. You design them yourself, and the questions. Imagine the things you prompt to ChatGPT. Imagine ChatGPT showing these human-like expressions and then talking to you back. I think that makes this project very interesting. And yeah, I like all this provable ownership. This is what you should pay attention. Now, this is where the blockchain comes in. This is where crypto comes in. These are the things that crypto adds onto AI. That's what provable ownership, data sovereignty, character access, intelligence customization, and decentralized interoperability. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting project to look at. For those of you who are just joining us, for those of you who are just tuning in, thank you once again for joining SSM Crypto. We have Crypto Hood here with us today, and we're talking about the relevance of AI in the crypto space. And I really believe there's a lot of noise right now because of um, because of institutional interest. And to be honest, I still believe we are getting started. If I'm getting frustrated now with AI Shiba Inu, I'm very sure it's going to get worse in the next few days because believe me, like we haven't seen the real hype yet.
true,
Once
true.
once Google launches BARD, once there's a competitor to ChatGPT, I mean, a lot of people are just going to start coming out and comparing them. All of that publicity, all of that news coverage, all of that attention is going to just make AI be on in everybody's faces, and we are definitely going to see a lot of crypto AI projects pumping as a result. There are still good ones out there. There's Dimitra, there's Cleantex, that's clinical trials. I'm going to share that with you in just a bit. There are many good ones out there that are going to pump. However, I'm making this live stream to warn my viewers. You guys need to be careful because a lot of scam projects, a lot of pump and dump projects are going to pop up as a result of this interest in AI that we will be seeing in the next few days. So there's a comment here from a very good friend of mine, Hannes. And Hannes says, yes, so many AI cryptos just put a robot on their website and try to be part of this hype. Yes, I think the most value lies in projects which focuses on statistical learning and the interface with data science. Thank you so much, Hannes. I agree with you 100%. Ocean Protocol, the reason why I like Ocean Protocol, aside from the fact that it's an established AI project, it has data learning in it too. And that's where we would like to see crypto, because we want this data to be in a decentralized manner. It views data as an asset. So you own this data, there's a lot of machine learning in it, there's a lot of artificial intelligence usage in it. However, you are the one that can monetize this data whenever you want. If you guys think Facebook is free, it's not free. They are selling your data to advertisers, so it's not as free as you think. If you think Twitter is free, it's not free. Your data is being sold to Google and the likes. So instead of, it's my data, why don't I get money out of it instead? That's the question Ocean Protocol is answering here. So Ocean Protocol allows you to enjoy, buy and sell private data while preserving your privacy. So thank you so much, Hannes, for bringing this up. I agree with you 100%. Our data should be privatized, and it should be for us to decide what we want to do with. These are the kind of projects you should be paying attention to. These are the AI projects. Look at big data protocol. I mean, there's just so many good ones out there. Why would I want to buy a project that just popped up 1 week ago and has a team in maybe Singapore, Guinea, Malaysia, Nigeria? We don't know where they are from, and all of a sudden I'm investing $5,000 in it. That doesn't make much sense. Bonjour, monsieur. I don't understand why this channel doesn't. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So, Crypto Hood, what do you have to say to Hannah's comments here? And is there any other project you'd like to share with us except from Atlas Navi?
Yeah, like first of all, like what you said before is I want to ask a question first of all. Do you think the crypto like in the past few days most of the AI project has been dumping a little. So do you think it's safe to start buying now, or you still expecting more dump in the crypto AI's project?
Well, I'm going to bring up a quote from my very good friend Seth. Why don't you just dollar cost average? Because
Yeah.
when I'm investing in these projects, when I'm invested in CTI, I'm looking at it for the long term. I'm looking at it because it's going to be big. So I might not necessarily buy now because I've invested in it earlier before all of the crazy pump. However, if you are new to AI and you are looking for a time to get in, what I do in situations like this is to have some exposure to the market, because personally, I believe we might still see another pump. We've seen a little bit of retrace. We've seen drops 10 to 20%. I believe we might still go a little bit, we might go, higher. I don't think we might still experience a crazy pump, because in just a few days, once Google makes these announcements, people are going to start doing some bad versus chat GPT kind of level of competition. And all of that interaction, all of that exposure to AI would bring I'm so happy to have you here, Archie. All of that exposure to AI would bring a lot of pump. So personally, what I would do now is, if I'm already invested in it, I have enough exposure, and I'm still looking for the good AI project. So I would DCA on the dips. DCA takes out the emotional factor, because if you are investing, you have to invest in the fundamentals, and you have to invest in it for the long term. I'm not into AI because of the hype. I'm into AI because I've seen what AI can do, and I've seen how crypto and the blockchain makes it better. So I believe DCA is the way on major dips. And once you see those major dips, I'm still expecting more pump and more hype to come into a project like this. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. Thank you so much, Archie. It means so much for you to comment here. And guys, I'm going to be bringing in a very special guest. Some of you may know him, some of you may not know him, but we are all going to love him, and that's Crypto Seth.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
Seth. How are
How's
you?
how's everyone doing today?
Grand.
Fine.
I said,
Okay, I don't believe I've met you. Crypto Hood, is that your name?
yeah,
How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you? I saw your channel and SMS channel together. Like I was like, wow, you guys were very good. Then I decided to write my friend here and come on his life and just talk to him. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, guys, when I got into crypto, I wanted to share my passion with the world. I wanted to let people know that crypto can really positively change your life. And I just, enjoyed doing this. But I never in my life expected that the best thing about crypto would be the amazing people I would meet. You guys have been the highlights of my year, of my journey so far. I've met Seth, I'm meeting Crypto Hood now. I mean, Archie, Marco, Crypto Grinds, Crypto Goals, all of you guys are all wonderful individuals. There's praise giving, so many people. So the community is just so loving and so passionate, and I really love you guys on it. So I would like your take on this topic for today's set. What do you think? What is the future of AI crypto projects? Do you believe it's useful or it's just some kind of bubble that will pop anytime soon?
So, firstly, you have to understand that AI has a use case, anyways, regardless of crypto. So, in no way is AI a bubble. In no way AI is merely built on hype. Arguably, AI is the future. This is not disputed in any form of computer science or industry. Everyone understands that AI is the future. But now we need to discuss AI and crypto. So, like SSM always says, guys, is there a problem which the blockchain can help solve? And we're going to bring crypto into that. And we're going to bring AI into that. And what I would say is yes, arguably, what we would want from AI is for it to be decentralized. Apart from decentralized social media and decentralized storage, AI is probably one of those industries which it's very, very important for it to be decentralized. I don't want a centralized owner of AI systems. We've seen what big tech and all these corporations do with our data. They sell it for profit, they manipulate, they're corrupt. Why would I want them to be in the hands? Why would I want AI to be in the hands of those same people that always tilt towards corruption? Personally, I believe that's not a good thing. That's where AI comes in, and that's where crypto comes in. So it can coexist, and I can think there's a real benefit for that as a whole. But even if you don't go through that corruption kind of lens and you just talk about the blockchain is secure. I want my AI systems to be secure. It's fast as well, right? And it's completely transparent. So there's many, many benefits just to an AI system being on the blockchain, even if we don't talk about the corruption of big tech.
Yeah, I agree completely with you, Seth. And guys, Seth just said something now, and I want to add on that a very important point. We want our data to be secure. I mean, centralized entity represents a point of attack that hackers know where to go for straight up. If we have on the blockchain and we have a decentralized way of sharing this power, sharing this work, there's no centralized point of entity for people to know, oh, we just need to hack this server. We just need to, it's one of the challenges, problems I have with centralized exchanges. Hackers know straight up where to go to, steal people's funds. But if it's on the blockchain, if it's decentralized, they have no idea where to go. It's spread, the risk is spread across, it's open. So there's no risk. It's a much lower risk, and we're dealing with a lot of data. I'm just so happy Seth came in here, and is why I was insisting, to have him here, because he gives such amazing takes. Is there any projects that you would like us to know about, Seth?
Like you guys to know about. So
Mm.
I did put in the chat before Demetra. Demetra's a great project. I know a lot of you guys do back this project, but we can talk about another project because I don't want to ramble on about the same project as a whole. I know a narrative that a lot of us are very, very bullish on is decentralized storage. So we can talk about decentralized storage as a whole. Maybe we can talk about what the best decentralized storage project is, because I know a lot of you guys are wondering what's the best one to invest into. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but we have so many out there. Cross, Stratos, Ocean Protocol, Big Data Protocol, and many, many more. So a lot of you guys are probably confused which one is the best. So
Yeah,
I'll give my take if you guys would like, and then you guys can give
yeah,
your takes too, if that's fine.
yeah, definitely, definitely. You go first.
Okay, so my take on the best project right now, if you're going to look to invest into right this second, not a month ago, not a couple weeks ago, right this second, I'd probably go with Stratos. And the only reason I'd go Stratos is because it's been relatively stable for the past 3 months. We haven't seen it going on any rallies like we're seeing with Crust. Crust did a 5x. Big Data Protocol did a 15x. We haven't seen Stratos go on any rallies right now. So arguably, it's due for a rally. We did see Crust go up about 20%. That's nothing crazy in crypto. I think this project has that potential to go on a rally very, very soon. We may see it start to kick up. We may see it start to do a 2x. I think it's one of those projects which is relatively undervalued. It encompasses a lot in storage. You have the blockchain, a decentralized storage blockchain with Stratos. It's a layer 0 project as well, but you also have a decentralized computing, decentralized databases. It encompasses everything to do with data as a whole. It's a great project. I highly recommend you check it out. But what I do want to say, guys, is when you look for the best storage cryptocurrency, what you need to do is compare it to Filecoin. Because if there's no difference between Filecoin and all these other projects, then there really is no need for these projects. It's not going to get adopted. So at the end of the day, what people adopt the most of is the top projects which institutions utilize the most. So ask yourself, guys, is there a real need for Stratos? Is there a real need for Crust? Is there a real need for Big Data Protocol? And once you find the answer to the question, if you can, then maybe it's worth investing to those projects. If you can't and you find that it's the exact same as Filecoin, then there really is no need to adopt that project. But Stratos is different. It's a blockchain. It's a decentralized data mesh. That's the difference between that and Filecoin. We may see Stratos be utilized as the underlying storage system for a decentralized YouTube, for example. That is one of the many use cases for Stratos. That's my take.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, what guys, if you're looking into projects, there are so many out there, and some of them are more similar than others. So essentially, when they are investing in a project, you have to look at its unique selling point. And I think Stratos is very unique in that is a layer 0 and is highly scalable. Now, scalability is extremely important. If you want institutional adoption, when big money is entering a project, you want them to be able to process thousands of transactions because they are going to be catering to much more people than just single individual use cases like you and I. They want to run a business, and it's the reason why I like Stratos. It was built with scalability in mind. We might have Filecoin. Filecoin is great. Filecoin is good. Same with Arweave. Same with Seacoin. But these are like first generation decentralized storage crypto projects. So you look at other ones. I think Stratos would even be a third generation project because it has interoperability and scalability with on top of the decentralized storage. So when you're looking for a project, they can coexist. Many people might want to invest in the older ones because they are OGs and they have less risk of dumping and they are very strong and a lot of people are already using it. That's all well and good, but you should look at the upcoming technologies, and Stratos is a great one when it comes to that. It's highly scalable, and I recommend you guys to check it out. It uses data mesh, the first decentralized data architecture that provides a scalable, reliable, self-balanced storage, database, and computation network. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Seth. I really appreciate it. And let me just quickly share another project that I'm looking at, and I think you mentioned it's Crust. Crust is a good one. It uses Polygon blockchain. Let me share the screen. It uses the Polygon blockchain. So straight up that interoperability is a big deal when it comes to data sharing with cross network. So yeah, there are so many out there, and this one too has its own unique selling points in that it allows you to store data, whether you're on the Ethereum blockchain, whether you're on the Binance Smart Chain, whether you're on Cardano network. Interoperability is important in the crypto space because they are taking advantage of different crypto projects. You know, they are trying to make everything coexist. So it doesn't matter which blockchain you like, whatever one you think is better, you can still use it with Cross. Cross will still remain relevant. Cross is a decentralized cloud storage provider that was designed to realize decentralization, privacy, and insurance. So I really like this. Do you have anyone that you would like to share with us, Crypto Hood?
I'm actually not invested in any data project aside Ocean, so that's it.
All right.
I just focus mainly on the main AI project.
AI, yeah. I like Ocean. We've spoken about Ocean earlier today. I like Ocean because it's also, in addition to data storage, they also do a lot of data science and allows you to, sell your data while keeping privacy. Yeah, Ocean is, it has this scientific aspect of it that is also great, that is driven by scientific inquisitiveness. So yeah, I think that's a great pick. So let me look at this comment right here. If it comes to a dump of Bitcoin to 15K or so, should I hold onto the alts or sell and wait for the trip back up? Or do you think alts can pump even though Bitcoin is dropping to new lows? That's a very interesting question. And I know Seth gives a lot of good answers on this. So what do you have to say about that, Seth?
So what I would say is, firstly, you need to understand, yes, the whole crypto market arguably is tied to Bitcoin. If we see Bitcoin at 23K, be sure we're going to see a lot of these alts down big time from their all-time high. But also what you need to understand is a lot of these low cap gems, market cap gems, altcoins, they're not tied to Bitcoin as much as high caps are and mid caps are. For example, Bitcoin right now is at 23K or 22K, right? We've seen these altcoins go crazy rallies, up 10x, up 5x, up 40x with VIO. So that just shows you that it's not as black and white. Crypto isn't merely tied. If we see Bitcoin dump all the way down to 15K, yeah, that's very, very low, I would say. We definitely will see a lot of these altcoins retrace. People are going to not FOMO. People are going to panic sell. They're going to take their funds out. So definitely, we will see a lot of these coins retrace. But should you wait for that to happen, or should you see Bitcoin come down, start withdrawing your funds out of a lot of projects? I don't know, because a lot of these altcoins aren't tied. All I would say, my friend, is if you see your altcoins start to dump, then maybe take your profits out, or maybe don't. It's up to you to decide. So it's because it's not as black and white. I can't just answer this question, yes, take it out, or no, don't take it out. If Bitcoin retraces, probably take your funds out of a lot of these high caps, But if Bitcoin retraces and your altcoins aren't even moving, maybe down 20%, then there is no real need to take it out. That'll be my answer.
Yeah, and I think Seth has made a lot of good points here. I think this question is very subjective, depending on your situation, it's depending on your risk tolerance, and it also depends on your conviction in a project. Some people would see a project dump by 20% and they are happy because, yeah, it lowers their entry position. They are happy to get the project for much cheaper than they originally invested in. So I think you have to pay attention to why you were investing in the projects in the first place. Oftentimes, the people who panic, people who sell, they are in it for the short term. They are in it to just flip it and make 20 to 40%. I got some comments saying, "Oh, which AI project should I buy for a quick 2x?" And I'm like, you're buying it for the wrong reasons. You have to buy it because you believe it's good. Once it dips, you can then DCA, take the emotional factor out, and then lower your entry position. DCA is your friend in this kind of situation. So it spreads the risk, it lowers your entry point. And if you are that scared, another thing that people are afraid of is once they have good profits and they begin to see their profits lower. I always say this: if personally my strategy is different, and I know every other person's strategy is different, and that's why, let me just say, you guys should make sure you check out our patrons. Seth offers one-to-one consultations. You can take a look at your portfolio, and depending on your situation, on your strategy, for just a little fee in a month, it can help you devise a good strategy. My own personal strategy, I'm not going to go into deeper details because it will be unfair to my own patrons, is to DCA out as well. At certain levels, I try as much as possible to get my skin out of the game so I can remain stoic in it. I can have a good bag that I want, a bag I'll call a moon bag. So it's very subjective, and we can't give a one for all answer when it comes to how to handle your altcoins when Bitcoin begins to retrace. What are your thoughts on this,
Yeah.
crypto host?
And I think, first of all, for me, whenever I get some profits in some altcoin, I do take profits from them. And if I see a dump, I buy more. But secondly, even if Bitcoin dumps to 15K, I don't think projects like Fetch would dump back to the price they were when Bitcoin was at 15K. So it's just better, like if you are there for the long time. So it's better for you to have a moon bag, which you will hold for maybe 2 to 3 years, then, and whenever you see some profits, just take some profits and
Yeah.
keep the rest for the long run.
Yeah.
And
And
if you
let me
remember
just
in 2019, I think BNB was around $1, and BNB pumped to around, maybe, I can't remember, but BNB pumped a lot, and Bitcoin got to around like 15K and still down back to like $3, but BNB did not go back to the price it was before. So you can't say just have your moon back that you owed for maybe 2 to 3 years and always take profits and buy low.
Definitely, definitely, guys. Always invest in the fundamentals for the long term. If you believe you're going to be emotional about it, what I recommend is to get your skin out of the game, even if it's just, it doesn't have to be the entire money you invested in. If you've seen some profits, maybe you can just take out 20%. That way you feel like, okay, the rest can be a moon bag. But if you're not in it for the long term, I really doubt you can make the good gains, because I mean, Seth was talking about Nakamoto when he did a 3x, and some people were scared to get in because they were narrowed vision, because they were intending to sell after a 2 to 3x. But had invested, had they had held on to it, they would have gone on to make another 5x. So guys, this thing is all about a good strategy and investing in good projects. If you are scared of your investments, it means you didn't really make a good investment. I always say it: if I invest in a project and I can't have a good night's sleep, it means I think Seth has disconnected. I'll put him back once it connects. If you invest in a project and you can't have a good night's sleep, then perhaps you invested in the wrong project. You should be able to invest in a project and just have peace of mind, because you trust the team, you trust the developers, you know what they are doing. So yeah, I'm so happy you asked that question, Nelson. It's always a pleasure to see you here. And Seth said something that I really wanted to add a point on, and that's, yes, I remember now. It seems to me that a lot of crypto projects, in fact, it seems to me that the crypto space. I'm happy to have Seth back. Yeah, Seth, I was just saying that you made a point that I really liked, and I wanted to add something onto it. It seems to me that the crypto space is beginning to detach itself from what Bitcoin is doing, especially when the narrative is strong enough. I mean, you called Viot when Bitcoin was less than 20K, and it went on to do many X's. So this shows that fundamental is key, and that some projects will do well irrespective of how Bitcoin is behaving. So these projects, to me, the narratives can be stronger than Bitcoin's behavior. So if the narrative is strong and the project is good and the fundamentals are there, then you wouldn't worry too much about how Bitcoin is behaving, because these projects will still pump even in the depths of a bear market. That's how crypto is. Even when Bitcoin is retracing, you still see top gainers for the day. So yeah, I think for the long, I'm seeing another comment that I want to bring up. For the long run, a good exit strategy is even more than a good entry strategy. I agree with you, my friend. I think it's important to have an exit strategy. So, is there anything else you would like to talk about, Seth?
Not particularly. We could talk about great exit strategies, and I think you guys may have touched upon it before. But I'll give my take on what a great exit strategy is. And I say this all the time, guys. You have to look at historical data, but historical data isn't necessarily the best predictor of how well a project performed before. All-time high is great, don't get me wrong. If a project has reached $500 million in market cap before, it shows you it has that potential to reach that high again. But in no way does that mean that a project is going to go back to all-time high. So what I would say is manage your investments based off of what Bitcoin is at. So we see Bitcoin back at 69K. You should probably think about taking some profits at that point. Because in my opinion, Bitcoin is definitely going to surpass 69K. So when Bitcoin's at 69K, maybe think about taking some profits. It's a great place to take profits. A lot of your altcoins may have already pumped 10, 20, 30, 50, 100x with some of these projects. So definitely look at that. If you see Bitcoin at 150K and you're still holding your bag, you know, I don't know what else to tell you, my friend. You should probably have sold by that point. If it hasn't dumped at that point, make sure you sell your bag. Obviously not financial advice, but it's very, very unlikely that Bitcoin is gonna do much, much more than that. Another great exit opportunity or strategy to utilize to find out the best time to exit a project is compare it to other projects in that field. Like I was saying before with storage, Filecoin is the big boy in the industry. If Filecoin has reached $2 billion in market cap right now in the depths of a bear market, right, be sure that a lot of these new coins, which aim to rival Filecoin, could have that potential to reach upwards of 2 billion. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed, but if you see that project at $5 billion in market cap, completely and utterly surpassing Filecoin's level, maybe don't get too greedy. Maybe think about selling your bag. Maybe think about taking some profits. What I do is before a bull run is in, I say to myself, look, Quant maybe have 60x potential. It'll do a 60x at the heights. Realistically, I'm not going to be able to time the market to sell it at an exact 60x my money. So what I tell myself is, look, if I'm putting 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand into this project, I'm going to sell my bag at about a 20x because at that point, I'm dealing with a lot of money. It's not worth risking my 200 grand, my $1 million for a further 10x my money or further 2x my money. To me, it's not worth the risk. So I think about taking profits there. Maybe I take a little bit a bit early, but I take majority of my bag out. Maybe 70 to 80% of my bag is out. I may leave 20% in just to see how high Quant could go. But at that point, I would have taken my initial bag out. For those of you that may not be investing huge sums of money, maybe a couple grand, it may be worth being a little bit more risky. Maybe not selling at a 20x, but a 40x, maybe a 35x. Just find a good comfortable range that you're willing to take the risk on. That's my take.
Definitely. So, guys, have a plan and don't be greedy. So, yeah, that's a very smart take on the on exit strategy, guys. This is something that is actually you're supposed to be learning for in the Patreon, and definitely consider checking out Crypto Sets Patreon. I mean, the patrons are happy. I'm so envious of them because they are making a lot of good gains in there. Crypto Hood, is there anything you would like to add to that?
Yeah, like from what said, say, always check historical data, and from there you can know where to take profits. But in general, whenever you see your back always take something out of it, even 10%, 20%. So if you see a dump, you can always buy back into this project.
Definitely,
That's
that's
great.
good advice. So, guys, I'm no pro at live streams. I'm not yet up to Archie or Sets level or some of the other Gemantas, but
This is
there
actually
is
my first
one.
live stream.
This is my second, but we'll get there. Practice makes perfect. But there's one more thing I would like to share, one more project since I didn't get enough. And first of all, I'd like to thank you, Gilles Green. Thank you so much for your support. I love doing this. I love sharing my passion with the rest of the world. And if you guys, donate to my channel, that support is greatly appreciated. I really appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you so much. It's what motivates me, keeps motivating me and keeps pushing me to bring the best content. So I'd like to share something with you guys. Another great project because we are seeing a little bit of retracement in AI. And you guys, I'm telling you this now so you don't, kick yourself. Don't say I didn't tell you. There are great AI projects out there right now that are also experiencing a retracement. And one of the very good ones is Cleantech's CTI. I mean, they are using, okay, Gil, right? I think. I mean, these people, they are using AI in an ethical manner and in a manner that the blockchain is actually supposed to be used. And I'm going to explain it to you in quite a bit. This project has the potential, literally, I believe this project has the potential to go to hundreds of millions market cap, and I'm in it for the long term. And if this project goes to $1 billion market cap, we're looking at close to 200x, and that's a very realistic number, $1 billion, because this is an industry where people lose billions of dollars because they are not able to carry out clinical trials properly. In America alone, every year, billions of dollars are lost. Why? Because they don't have efficiency. And AI has shown us how efficient it can be using a lot of data and algorithm based on a lot of learning. So what CTI does is it carries out a lot of it analyzes a lot of data and allows doctors and scientists and researchers to know where to test. So it saves time and it also saves lives in the process. CTI is saving money as well, because this is where we will see institutions would want to come in. Institutions might not be in it because they want to save lives, but they might be in it because they want to save money, because they want to see a lot of positives in their sheets at the end of the month or at the end of the year. And CTI aims to solve that problem. It uses a lot of data. And this brings me to another point, and why I like the blockchain. That data it's using is decentralized. There's no corruption behind it. There's a lot of issues going on in the US because some people believe the vaccine tests were false or that people were lying about it. Now, if we can be sure, if it's on the blockchain, it's transparent, it's decentralized, it's secure, we can be sure that the data we are dealing with is not manipulated. And that's where CTI comes in. That's where we see AI being used for what it should be used for. You can find CTI on KuCoin, because I know a lot of you guys really love KuCoin. That's a major exchange that you can find this project. You can buy there. That's where most of the liquidity is. And yeah, I'm finally getting another comment here. Seth, would you like to go one more time, or should we just wrap it up here? What are your thoughts on CTI first of all?
So CTI is a great project. What I would say is you have projects which are, let's say, AI projects, and then you have projects which utilize AI. Some projects, the main concept behind them are AI, for example, Singularity Net, Viot, Fetch AI. They're solely AI projects. But you do have a few projects which utilize technology, mechatronics, IoT devices, satellites, and as well AI, kind of like CTI. The way I like to see CTI is it's more of a project which aims to utilize the blockchain to improve all the data issues they have by utilizing machine learning. I want to make one thing clear, because a lot of people get overhyped about a lot of projects. In no way is CTI any form of revolutionary technology that is going to transform the pharmaceutical industry. In no way is it that. What it will do, though, is definitely improve all the data management and data science problems within the pharmaceutical industry. And as well, I can see a benefit is the borderless aspect. The fact that now, because you can utilize the blockchain, I could send medical data and research to medical institutions around the world with the blockchain very, very fast and very, very securely. So there's many, many benefits to CTI utilizing the blockchain. But in no way is the vaccines going to take 10 years now, and with CTI, it's going to take 1 year. A lot of people believe that that is not going to be the case. The reason it takes long for vaccines to come out is because they're testing for long-term effects. They can't bring out a vaccine now in a year of development when in 10 years, you're going to develop some disease and illness and die. That's not the case. So remember, guys, do your own research into projects. Read the white paper. A website can say one thing. A website can really sell this idea. But if you read the white paper, read the medium, you can truly understand what the project aims to do. I've seen a lot of projects on the front page. It says the metaverse and this and that and DeFi and this and that. But you read the white paper and it's the most basic thing ever. It's not really doing anything new. So remember, guys, do your own research into projects. But as a whole, I'm very, very bullish on CTI. I think I completely agree with what SSM is saying. Let's not be too optimistic. I highly doubt it's going to reach $1 billion market cap in the next bull run. But it does have the potential to reach a couple $100 million, maybe $300 million in market cap. I think that's a good range for this project to reach. As well, you have touched upon the tokenomics. I do believe the tokenomics are fine for CTI too. And like I said before, the markets are great as well. It's very, very simple to buy. When projects are listed on exchanges like KuCoin, Mexi, Gate.io, exchanges like that, it's very, very simple to adopt the project. And as well, we got the decentralized exchange of PancakeSwap, which is always great to have. It's very, very easy for retail investors to adopt CTI because it's listed on a plethora of exchanges. So that's my take on CTI.
Thank you so much. I think you raised a very important issue and very intelligent take. Guys, yeah, the blockchain enhances it, it increases efficiency, but it's not going to be the kind of futuristic, crazy, miraculous kind of change. I think yeah, it's good to bridle your expectations when it comes to projects like this. And yeah, thanks for bringing that up, guys. And make sure you also check white papers. The website can say one thing, and the white paper can say another thing entirely. Thank you so much, Seth. It's always a pleasure having you here. I appreciate that. And I'm going to check one more project from an audience since we don't have too many of them here, and that's Cypherium. Let me bring that up real quick.
I've
What
heard of
was
this
it?
project. And
Okay.
the only downside I see to Cypherium is the tokenomics not great. I think it's about 10% in circulation, but it's a
Oh,
problem. It's a project that's getting a lot of hype right now by a lot of different influencers. So again, hype can carry a project so far.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm a long-term
But the
investor.
fundamentals are was important. Okay, so yeah. Guys, I think yeah, it's quite impressive. Really, the market cap is already at 31 million. So yeah, let me see what I think about the project. If you would like to, Ethereum, a layer one blockchain protocol designed to offer financial inclusion for its users while delivering operational efficiencies for its enterprise and using a hybrid. Wow, that's a lot. They're saying a lot there. Let me see. Let me check. Let me check the websites. Web3 ready blockchain, bridging, DeFi. What is Ethereum? Instant ledger to process real time. Smart contracts. Okay, I always like smart contracts because I'm sure you know why. It
Yeah.
allows new natives. It can be innovative to enable enterprise use cases. But
What we
is
need
it
to
really
do.
AI? I think this is the issue Archie brought up the other time. It's very easy for a lot of people to say, oh, since we use machine learning, we are an AI crypto project. I mean, I won't be surprised if some people start saying Ethereum is an AI project because it has smart contract capabilities. Yeah. So
Yeah.
where do you draw the line, Seth? Like personally, I think AI should, have a higher level of intelligence than just machine learning. Singularity nets, for example, there's AGI, we have Viots, that's high level of intelligence, human-like intelligence, human-like interaction. That's what artificial intelligence should be about. So I'm seeing a lot of projects that are just slapping on that AI sticker onto it. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, what I would say is you need to understand what AI is. A lot of people don't. So technically, machine learning is AI. So arguably, they can slap on that AI tag if they do utilize machine learning. But what you need to understand is machine learning isn't anything revolutionary. In the most basic form, all that is you teach a computer how to do a task itself to make it more efficient. That's all machine learning is. Arguably, every single industry utilizes machine learning. So is every single industry AI? No. So how I like to see an AI project, guys, this is a good rule of thumb. AI is the main concept of that project. Arguably, there's only a few AI projects out there: SingularityNet, Fetch AI, Viot. You can say that CTI, Demetra, and Ocean Protocol are AI projects too, but they're not really AI projects as Viot, SingularityNet, and Fetch AI is. Because if you remove AI from Demetra, CTI, and Ocean Protocol, arguably they could still run just by utilizing other methods. But if you take away AI from SingularityNet, Fetch AI, and Viot, there is no project. The project goes away. So you need to understand, is a project wholly AI, or is AI just a feature of the project? And if it's just a feature of the project, you need to look at it at more face value. You need to understand the whole project. You can't just get carried by the AI hype. And as well, there are so many AI projects coming out now, guys. Remember, pay attention. Look at when the project came. Look at the tokenomics. Look if they have a product. And also look if any institutions are backing the project. So remember, guys, you need to be careful because AI is broad. Technically, it is all AI, but it's not the AI that you think it is.
Okay, that's an extremely intelligent take. Thank you so much. So, I guess what you're saying is, there are some projects that use AI, and there's some projects that want to drive AI to keep, pushing AI itself forward. So yeah, using AI as a tool is different from, trying to take AI to the next level. So yeah, thank you so much for that take. It's definitely something for me to think about.
I
I
would
guess
say,
I'll be, yeah, go on.
I do want to say two more things. I see one comment down below. He's talking about machine. Well, that is the way machine learning is used nowadays, but that is not what machine learning is. Arguably, you can teach a machine to do anything. It doesn't have to be statistics related. But machine learning right now pretty much is only utilized, at least mostly, in data science, statistics, and things like that. And to comment on Cytherium, guys, what SSM always says, SSM's an intelligent man. He knows. What is the unique selling point of Cytherium? It's a layer one blockchain, but what differentiates that from all the other layer one blockchains we have right now? Ask yourself this question. If you can think of a unique selling point, and that unique selling point solves a problem or is let's say, an improved version of an already system we have, then maybe we can consider Cytherium. But if the tokenomics are bad and it doesn't have a unique selling point, I don't see any reason why we need to pay attention to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a project shouldn't exist just for the sake of existing. Why should I pick it over another? So yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up, Seth. I really appreciate it. I think I'll be rounding it up here. Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me here today. I'm, trying to get used to live streaming to be able to take your questions more directly and, answer them and connect more to people, as well as to share my thoughts and hear you guys' thoughts. So I really appreciate you guys spending your time, listening to what we have to say. I deeply appreciate you for joining me here today, Crypto Hood. I deeply appreciate you, Seth. Thank you so much, brothers, for joining me. And would you like to wrap it up, Crypto? Tell us about your channel, what you do, and guys, subscribe to Crypto Hood, by the way. He's been talking about AI. It covers a lot of AI projects mainly, and he has been talking about it since before it was a hype. So yeah, I'm so happy you reached out to me, and I'm so glad we could do this today.
Yeah, thank you, SMM Crypto. I'm sorry my network is very bad today. And thank you guys for having me on your channel. And hopefully later we can do something like this again.
Okay, all right then. So guys, thank you. I'll let you know when we try when we do something like this again. See you on the Gem Hunters, or see you on Seth's channel, or maybe Archie's channel, or Crypto Guys, Crypto Girls. You know what I mean. Love you.
See you
Bye, guys.
guys.